It's about 10 laps away, as you said. It's going to be how you set up your car for the end of this run as well, because that's when it's going to be most critical.
Trouble. Mike Skinner, Shauna Robinson off turn 2. Caution is out.
Okay, now about that pit strategy.
Oh, that's going to make it interesting, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, man, oh, man.
That completely changes things.
Let's take a look at what happened to put us under caution off turn 2.
Oh, looks like just got loose, yeah, and took Mike Skinner with her. And the problem with these cars on a racetrack like this, if you get the cars real close to each other going through the banking, the car on the bottom gets the air taken off its spoiler. See right there? She was real close to the 4 car. And what happens when you're that close, fender to fender, there's no air on your spoiler if you're on the bottom, and you loop it. Unfortunately, took Mike with her.
But again, both cars have driven away and they're back on pit road. We see the work being done to the Shauna Robinson Dodge. That'll hurt. Coming up on the 3/4 mark of the 44th Daytona 500, Sterling Marlin is out in front seeking a 3rd win in the Great American Race. Back at Daytona, a massive accident down in turn 1 has claimed at least 15 cars. It started up toward the front of the field. You see the carnage scattered in the corner. Matt Kenseth, Johnny Benson, Ricky Rudd was in it. Oh, look at that. Kenny Wallace, John Andretti, Casey Atwood. Is that Jeff Gordon? Can't see.
I don't think so. I think Jeff Gordon. I think that Kevin Harvick spun. I think that Jeff Gordon was able to get underneath him. I don't know that for sure.
Let's take a look at what happened. There's Kenny Wallace.
Now the car, yep.
All right, Jeff Gordon and the Kevin Harvick make contact going down in turn 1.
And there we were talking about throwing the block, and that looks like what happened.
And the first 4 or 5 cars get through, and then about the 7th or 8th, I don't know, about the wherever the 43 car of Andretti, that was the next car to hit. And after that, there's no place for anyone to go.
That's right, the track just becomes completely blocked. Let's take another look. See well, that's kind of a little bit afterwards, but see Harvick slide back up.
How did Ward Burton get through that? Wow.
And all those cars on the inside, and then the hole closed up.
Add Jeremy Mayfield to the list of those involved, the 19 car.
Man, oh man.
Now look, let's take another look here. Jeff goes down. Kevin Harvick goes to put on the block, drives down on top of Jeff. Jeff just didn't give.
Or if he tried to get out, he didn't get out in time.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Andretti, a hard lick.
Oh, wow.
You know, same thing happened in the qualifying race between Tony Stewart.
Is that Schrader caught up in it too? Schrader got a piece of it.
Folks, just watch this and listen as you're part of the big one. On board with Jeff Gordon. We see him. All right, he goes down, tries to get on the inside of Harvick. Harvick comes down to block. They make contact. Ricky Rudd, let's ride on board with him.
This all unfolds right in front of Ricky when Harvick starts to come back down across the racetrack. He's right in Rudd's path.
You see Ricky's just falling away. You see smoke, he slows down. You can't see anything.
Hold your line, coming up across the front. Coming back down.
Oh, and
Miller racetrack.
Just gets caught behind the right rear. Almost had it cleared.
Bill Weber.
Okay, Jeff Gordon's on pit road. Missed pit road last time. He didn't think it would be open. By the time they told him it was going to be open, he was past the entrance. Robbie Loomis said, I want you to come in this time. We're going to go out about 15th, but I want to get those tires off of there and check the right front. He doesn't have any right front damage. He's getting tires. He said it was battling with the 97. When Harvick came down, there was nowhere for him to go, and that's what created the wreck.
Jeff Gordon's got to be careful that Sterling Marlin doesn't lay back and get a run on him on the back straightaway.
You ready? Green flag, green flag.
If they don't get by Jeff Gordon before they come around the next time, they will not pass it. And Michael
Waltrip. Jeff Green is involved.
Jeff Gordon spinning down the inside.
Gordon is in the grass. They're racing for the lead at the head of the pack, double wide.
Stay below the white line. You got some people out there. There you go.
Sterling Marlin, he's got damage. He must have hit Gordon.
And here comes Ward Burton on the outside. He's got
Back
to
around.
run.
Track's clear.
With Elliott Sadler giving him some help. Here's Jeffrey Bodine trying to help the 40 car.
Caution flag is out. This could be the race to the finish of the Daytona 500.
You'll see some rubbing here, I'm sure, getting back to the line. This may be it.
6 cars sprinting toward the caution flag. Marlin inside, seeking his third 500 win. Ward Burton trying to get his first victory. 2 dodges, drag racing back to the caution flag. Who's going to get there first? Marlin by a nose.
I think what happened was Sterling Marlin went down to go underneath Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon went to put the block on, and he went across the nose of Sterling Marlin's car, and that's what spun him out.
The race is not over. They're going to red flag the event. They're going to stop the field, restart the race, and try and settle it.
Well, here's what we're talking about. This is so key on this restart. Sterling was laying back. Now, all these guys back here are jamming up because some of these guys laid back before the restart.
Michael Waltrip hit Mark Martin.
Rusty Wallace is involved.
Watch Waltrip almost go by the pace car here.
Yikes.
And Robert Presley's car being pushed on pit road.
Man, pace car gassed it right there at the last second.
One more look. We see him, Jeff Gordon, bring them down really, really slow. And then Mark Martin runs in the back of Michael Waltrip. And
now watch here, Sterling Marlin goes underneath of Jeff. Jeff goes down, tries to run the black block on Sterling, and runs across the nose.
But Marlin was below that yellow line, wasn't he? That's out of bounds. Drivers were told in the drivers' meeting, if you go below that yellow line and advance your position, you're going to be penalized.
That's right.
Will they penalize Sterling Marlin there?
there's Jeff Green.
What a mess.
On board with Bill Elliott. That's 2 wrecks he just has driven right by.
Good job.
Okay, go ahead, Alan.
Now watch the yellow line on the... No, you won't see it. Well, there we will.
He was down there.
Jeff does a pretty good job down on the grass.
You got some people out there.
All right, now watch the yellow line at the bottom of the track. See if Sterling Marlin goes below that yellow line.
This line here.
If you go below the yellow line and advance your position, that's a penalty.
Marlin's inside of Gordon. There's the contact.
Well, I don't know. He definitely had the left sides below the yellow line. Now, whether or not he didn't, I don't think the right sides, the whole car was ever below the yellow line, but he definitely had the left sides. That's a tough call by NASCAR. It's a judgment call and a very tough call.
One more look. Jeff Burton got a piece of it. Terry Labonte, Rusty Wallace, and Bill Elliott.
And there you see the 40 car with the left sides below the yellow line. But the NASCAR officials are seeing the same pictures we are, so they'll make a decision.
And we'll wait to see what that decision is.
I think another problem he's got is that right rear, or that right front tire is rubbing pretty hard on that fender, so it may not make a difference.
That's John Darby, the guy in the blue shirt. He's the new Winston Cup director.
And the man in the blue sport coat right on the screen with the dark glasses is David Hoots. He is the race director. He's the referee, basically. His call, ball or strike.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm sure he's checked. He may have been wondering how that right front damage looks.
The car.
Sterling Marlin is jumping out of his car. He's going around to look at the right front fender. But, oh, he can't do that.
You can't work on your car under the red flag. That's the NASCAR rule.
Pull it off a little bit.
You're not allowed to work on your car under the red flag. Matt?
Well, Alan, down here in the 40.